So again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out. We have a big event tomorrow, right across the street to Marriott. Eli and Jelena, regional training. All the big leaders of the company are going to be there tomorrow night. And again, we'd like to thank Yossi and Rami and everybody for getting a Kangen water machine here at the rack. And right now, let's give a big round of applause for my man Omar Ramirez.
Thank you, guys. All right. Good evening, everybody. All right. Do we need more mic on here? Can you guys hear me back there? Can you hear me? Close. Can you hear me back there? You can hear me? Okay. All right, good. Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're excited. We're going to have fun tonight. I want to make sure you guys are ready. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to make this fast, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have music in a little bit, live entertainment. We have some great food. And we need you guys to really pay close attention, because what you're going to hear tonight is going to change your life. How many visitors here tonight? I want to see, raise your hand, visitors. Wow, let's give it up. Let's give it up for our visitors. First time, yes. Awesome. Anyone from out of town here tonight? Where are you from? Hollister. That's like up by San Francisco. Wow. George there. Where else? I said, Dr. Dave. New York. Are you back from New York? Really? Awesome. I saw some hands back here. Who else is from out of town? Right here? Where are you from? Canoa Park doesn't count. No. All right, guys. My name is Omar Ramirez. I want to welcome you to the Kangen presentation. And Humberto, it's good to see you. Vallejo, right? Vallejo, California. All right. Awesome. All right, you guys. We're excited about who's here for the event tomorrow, the GU event. Let me see a show of hands. Yes. All right. Let's hear it up for GU. All right, guys. We're gonna tonight. I thought this was a great opportunity to introduce to some people what we're here for, really. Tomorrow, there's no demo, okay? Tomorrow at the GU event, there's no demo, okay? It's all training, and we're gonna have coaching, all kinds of stuff going on. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna entertain. We're gonna do it all tomorrow. But we're not gonna do a demo. So tonight, my hope is just to do something real simple, real quick for our visitors. And if you want to hang out tomorrow, we're going to have a blast. I think it starts early. Someone told me they're going to start lining up like at 7 a.m. And we're going all night. Okay, we're going to have a leadership meeting afterwards, and it's going to be a lot of stuff tomorrow. But anyhow, I want to ask you tonight. Do me a favor. How many brought a cell phone? Okay. Why don't we test out the vibrate function to make sure it works? Okay, everyone test it and see if the vibrate works. Good. Leave it on vibrate. Okay. Or turn it off. All right? Now, some of you have seen this presentation. If you've seen the presentation, let me see, raise your hand. Raise your hand? Okay, who's seen this already? Okay, good. I want you guys to laugh at the jokes, okay? All right? I want you to laugh at the jokes, even though you heard them a million times. And I want you to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, it distracts the new people, okay? So you guys gonna help me out tonight? Yes? All right, good. We're gonna do this fast. I want to tell you what this water is called, okay? I know it's loud because they got people back there, but it's called Kangen water, and it's from Japan. The technology is from Japan. Anyone here been to Japan? Anyone been to Japan? Dr. Dave, you've been everywhere, okay? I'm telling you, I was in Japan a few years ago, and I'm telling you, the technology is so advanced. It's such a beautiful country, beautiful people, and I'm so excited about this technology now being here in America, and we're excited that here they're going to start serving it at the rack, so more and more restaurants are starting to hear about this water. And tonight, we're going to learn a little bit more about what can it do for us. Why is Kangen water so unique, so special, okay? Now you guys, I'm hearing a lot of, it's distracting you guys, so I want you to calm down and go to the pool hall or go outside, because I don't want to yell tonight, okay? I'm going to be speaking all day tomorrow, so you guys, please, out of respect, let's keep the side conversations down. And I promise you, I will make it worth your while tonight, okay? I want you guys to pay attention. Okay, everybody go shh. Oh, wow, I like that. Good. Because I'm going to speak all night tomorrow. I mean, all day. So I need to conserve my voice. Now, you guys, I'm going to do a brief introduction. Tonight, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a brief introduction to the product. Okay? Maybe 1 minute. I'm going to do a visual presentation for those of you who like to see. You know, some of you are from Missouri. What do they call the Missouri? What is Missouri? The what? The show me state. Okay? So some of you from Missouri, you want to see it. So I'm going to do a real quick visual. And then I'm going to show you guys how you can make some money. Anyone here want to make some money? Nobody? Let me see. Anyone here want to make some money? Okay. Do you want to be in front of a trend or behind it? Do you want to know about it before everybody else, or you want to be the last one to know about it? You want to be, okay. So pay attention, because there's maybe 2 or 3 of you who are going to be millionaires here tonight, okay? So pay attention. Pay attention. I promise you, it changed my life and many of the people in this room already. So this is called Kangen Water. It's been around for 40 years. Okay, 1974, this technology has been around. So if your friends say, hey, this is some new thing, it is new, but it's been established already, okay? So Kangen Water is a very well-known brand in Japan, and it's now making its way over here to the States. Now, we have offices here in LA. Anyone been to the LA office? Anyone here? Okay, what do you see when you're out there? Can anyone tell us, what do you see? You see a line of people, okay? Is that the crazy? Has anyone ever seen a line of people waiting for a gallon of water? I've never seen that in my life. I could not believe my eyes. And I know you're saying, yeah, right. I'm telling you, it's real. People came from as far as San Diego to come to Torrance to get a free gallon of water. Now, you're wondering, well, why are people so excited about water? This is not ordinary water, okay? This is a very unique technology, very special water. You know, we're going to do a real simple presentation, but look at the screen. This is what I saw when I walked into the Gardena, California office. This was back in '07. And I actually took this picture when they moved to the Torrance office because I wanted my friends to see. All my friends thought I was nuts. They said, oh man, this is some scam, some snake oil, whatever, right? I said, look, man, I don't know about what you're saying, but all these people that I saw at Torrance, each one of them told me what the water had done for them. And by the way, I didn't know these people. So if you want to do your fact finding, okay, some of you are a little skeptical. How many of you know someone who's skeptical? Let me see, raise your hand. Okay, you're looking at somebody who's very skeptical. And the guy who introduced me to this project, he came at me simply for the money. He said, hey Omar, I know you're a businessman. I know you like to make big money. And there's something here, it's a sleeping giant. I need you to take a look at it. And I said, okay, I got excited when he started telling me, because, you know, he's talking my language. I like to make money. There's nothing wrong with that as long as it's legal, okay? And I said, what is it about? What is it selling? He said, it's water. That's when he lost my attention. I said, I don't want to be the Culligan man. No offense to the Culligan guys in here, okay? But I don't want to be the Culligan man. So when he told me water and money, that just didn't, for me, it didn't really click. But when I went to this office, I interviewed these people. And I asked them, I said, hey, let me ask you a question. What did the water do for you? And I'm telling you, and these people didn't know me. I've heard, and I won't repeat it, but the stuff that I heard, because I'm being filmed, so I gotta be careful what I say tonight. But what I heard, I could not believe it. And I thought for a second, I said, wait a minute, the guy who's telling me about this, he just wants me to buy. I'm not listening to him. I want to hear these people. So that's how my story started, really, is I believe these other people more than I did my own friends, okay? Isn't that sad? That's how we are, though, right? I mean, we'll believe a stranger, right? But we don't believe our own family sometimes. So tonight, the person who brought you here tonight, okay, let's put them aside for a second. Tonight, it's not about me or what I'm going to do here. Tonight, when we're having fun and the music and all that, talk to people in the room before you leave here tonight. Talk to a stranger, somebody that doesn't care if you believe or not, and ask them, hey, did you drink this water? Has it helped you? Let me ask you by a show of hands, if you've experienced a health benefit as a result of drinking this water, raise your hand. I want you to look around the room. Okay, the rest of you are new, okay? So that's how we know. I'm telling you, and there's stories in here that you wouldn't believe it until, I mean, honestly, it's unbelievable. So why is Kangen Water so unique? 3 reasons. Number 1, it is an anti-aging water, okay? How many of you think that's a good thing? Let's see if we can slow down aging. Yeah, right? Okay. So, number one, it's anti-aging. It'll help slow. This is Botox in a bottle, okay? So you guys don't have to go get surgery or, facelifts. Just drink Kangen water. Look at all the beautiful people. They drink Kangen water, okay? So drink Kangen water and it will take years off of your age. It'll actually make you, I've seen the guys in this room, honestly, it's unbelievable how the body is able to repair when you start giving it the right environment. So number one, it's anti-aging. Everybody say anti-aging. Anti-aging, okay. Number two, it's alkaline. Now what is alkaline? I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking because it's what I thought. This is what I think when I heard the word alkaline. You see that? A battery, okay? I said alkaline water. I said, why do I want battery juice in my glass, right? And they said, Omar, this is not the same type of alkaline. Alkaline is actually very healthy for you, and it's the opposite of acidity. So what we're telling you tonight is actually not only going to help slow down your aging and make you look young and feel good, but it's actually going to combat all that acidity that's in our life. And by the way, acidity is not just food, acidity is not just what we drink, but it's also stress and the environment and all these things that are continually bombarding us. So we're going to show you how you can minimize the damage by simply drinking the right type of water. So number one, anti-aging. Number two, starts with an A. What is it? Alkaline. Okay, I want to see if you're paying attention. I can start all over if you want. Okay, so alkaline. And number three, it is a very amazing technology because what it does, this little machine right here is actually approved as a medical device in Japan, and it will actually shrink the water that you're drinking. So when you start drinking regular water, let's say you drink bottled water. Anyone in here still pay for bottled? Who still pays for bottled water? Let me see. Anyone here still buy bottled water? Nobody? Nobody? Okay, good. Who steals bottled water? Anyone in here steals bottled? Okay, good. So you guys are a bunch of Steven. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. You guys are still paying for bottled water. Many of you. You don't want to admit it. Let me tell you about bottled water. Bottled water is a very damaging thing. Not just because of the pH, but a lot of other factors, the bottle that it's packaged in. But one of the things about bottled water, it's very heavy. Anyone in here ever experienced being bloating after drinking a lot of water? Have you felt that? I'm telling you, I used to drink maybe half a glass of water, and I'd be like, no more, that's it. With Kangen water, I promise you tonight, you can drink 2, 3, 4, 5 glasses, you will not get full. And you may say, well, wait a minute, what is it about the water that makes me crave it, that makes me want more? It's actually restructured water. That's called microclustering. So what it does, it actually helps you absorb more water so that when you drink it, it actually hydrates you on a cellular level, okay? So I know it's a little technical, but just to make it simple, it hydrates you a lot better, okay? So those three things, number one, anti-aging, number two, alkaline, and number three, microclustering. So I'm gonna do something fast here, just to kind of show you a visual. And we talk about anti-aging, and some of you guys are really health conscious. Anybody in here, maybe, you juice? Anyone here juice in the morning, like fresh juice, Dr. Dave? Who else? Anyone here juice? Okay, fresh juices, celery, carrots, papayas. Those things are really good for you because they have antioxidants. But let me tell you that that's not the only way to get antioxidants into your body. You can actually do it by drinking the right type of water. Look at the screen real quick. You can see all the way on the far right is where you got the bottled soda, the bottled waters, the sodas. Those are very bad for you. They oxidize. So if you want to get old fast, let me give you a clue tonight. If you want to get old real fast, just drink a bunch of that stuff. Okay, the soda pops, carbonated beverages, the bottled waters, they have a very oxidative property. So some of you are aging faster than you need to be, okay? Now what you want to do is go all the way to the left. What do you see all the way to the left of the screen? You see this thing, okay? Kangen water is actually more powerful than green tea, than fresh juice, than even the fish oils, because it is a antioxidant water that has what they call negative ions that work as free radical scavengers. Don't worry about that, you don't need to know it, but I do tell you that because People ask me, if your water's so good, why don't you guys bottle it and sell it at Whole Foods or Sprouts? Anyone heard that question before? Right? Do you want to know why? For the same reason that you can't bottle fresh orange juice and put it in the store for more than a day or two. Any of you ever made fresh orange juice at home? Anybody? How long does it last, honestly? How long does it last? Maybe a few hours, right? And then it changes the taste a little bit. It's oxidizing. Now you say, well, how about the stuff at the store? Donald Duck juice lasts forever, right? Well, because they do stuff to it, okay? They pasteurize it and all kinds of stuff. They kill it, basically. But fresh juices and those type of antioxidants, you need to consume them fresh. Kangen water, when you bring a glass right from the machine, I'm telling you, it's like a Red Bull on steroids, okay? You will have some. How many of you, honestly, since you've been drinking Kangen water, have noticed more energy since you've been drinking it? Raise your hand. Look at all these people, okay? I'm telling you, I used to drink 3 Red Bulls a day because I worked at night. And when I started drinking the Kangen water, I'm telling you, I had more energy, but I slept much better. I didn't have that uncomfortable feeling when you drink too much caffeine, you're trying to sleep, and you sleep like a baby when you drink this water. So it's really amazing. I tell people, you don't know what you're missing. You do not know what you're missing until you start drinking this water. So anti-aging, gives you more energy, has a bunch of benefits to it, but you gotta drink it fresh, okay? So that's the most delicate part of the water. Number 2, we talked about alkaline. Now let me share something with you. We are in a very serious situation right now because we're hearing a lot of people coming down with degenerative diseases. What are some of the big ones that you're hearing right now that people are falling victim to?
Arthritis.
What are you hearing? What is it?
Arthritis.
Arthritis, okay, Dr. Dave, that's right. Arthritis is even young people are getting arthritis, inflammation, right? What else? What are you guys hearing a lot of people suffering from right now? What someone said? What did you say? Ebola? I hope not. Okay, diabetes. What else? What else? What else? Ulcers, heartburn, cancer. That's a big one. Let me tell hypertension, high cholesterol. Let me tell you something. They've done studies, ladies and gentlemen, and here's what it all boils down to. People aren't sick because they're missing out on all that good medication, okay? You're not sick because you're lacking medicine, okay? That's not the reason you're sick. And you're not necessarily sick because you inherited it. People think, oh, my dad was diabetic, so I'll be diabetic. Really, the reality is you inherit the lifestyle. You eat the things your parents gave you, and they eat the things that their parents made for them. And so it's this trickle-down effect, and now we're noticing people with cancer, diabetes, arthritis, gout, high blood pressure, hypertension, all these things. Well, why am I telling you that? Because they found out why people are suffering from that. Dr. Theodore Baruti wrote a groundbreaking book called Alkalize or Die. And it's a very powerful book. And he says in that book that he's administered 10,000 gallons of alkaline water to his patients. And all of his patients have had a benefit from drinking alkaline water. And he said in his book, listen carefully, he said all disease, I don't care what it is, you name it, comes from the same root cause, too much of this. Okay, too much acid. So it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If all disease comes from too much acidity, what should we be doing now? The opposite way. We should do the opposite of what we've been doing. So my point is that this is why tonight is so important for you, because some of you just came here because you heard about the business, you want to make a bunch of money, whatever. But guys, this is a real product. This is changing people's lives. I told my long time ago when I got involved in this, I knew what people were doing. I knew this was going to be in every home in America. I didn't know it was going to grow this fast. I'm telling you, this stuff, it's on the news now. I went to my bank the other day. I opened up a bank account at one of these banks in Studio City, and the guy saw my checks and he said, "Enagic, what is that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a special water." He said, "Oh, is that Kangen water?" I said, "Yeah, you know about it." He said, "Oh man, that stuff is awesome." He said, "I wish I could get a machine." I said, "Well, you know what? Your wishes just got answered." And so my point is that people are hearing about it. You guys, you're sitting on a gold mine tonight. You are so lucky that someone brought you here tonight. Because I promise you, for the 2 or 3 crazy people that are going to pay attention, okay? You got to be crazy sometimes to make big things happen in your life. For the 2 or 3 crazies like me, you guys are going to make a lifestyle change. Not everyone gets this. Guys, my friends who I've been showing this way back in '07 are still watching me. And I'm saying, how much money do I need to make before I convince you guys? How many people do I have to introduce this to before I can get you guys to wake up? Because a lot of people won't figure this out until it's too late. So tonight, you guys are so fortunate that you are introduced to it. Now, whether or not you get on board is up to you. But I can promise you, within 5 years max, all your neighbors are going to have one of these. All your co-workers are going to have one of these. Your ex-boss is going to have one of these, okay? Your ex-wife is going to have one of these. I'm just saying, everyone's going to have one of these, okay? And you could capitalize on this thing tonight. So I'm going to share with you, anti-aging, yes, but alkaline is really the key. Now watch carefully. I'm going to do this Dasani. By the way, I just use a couple bottles. I used to do this long old presentation, but you guys will get the point. You guys will understand, I believe, if you see how bad this stuff really is. Now here we have sports drinks, Gatorade, Propel, Powerade, Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull. All that stuff is poison, ladies and gentlemen. Perrier, San Pellegrino, Sparkling, Arrowhead, all these carbonated drinks, poison, ladies and gentlemen. Soda pops, oh man. If you knew what you were doing, you have no idea what you're doing when you put this stuff in your body. I was addicted to soda, by the way. I was raised on, people say, man, how did you get so big? I don't know, I think this stuff is nuclear, man. I mean, I drank this stuff since I was a boy. I put it in my cereal, I put it in my milk bottle. I was raised on soda pop. And nowadays, we're finding out that it's one of the most one of the most cancer-causing things you're putting in your body because of its acidity. It's extremely full of acid. So we got soda, sparkling drinks, we've got sport drinks, we have bottled water, and then we have Kangen water. Now check this out. This is cool. This is so cool. If I can show you one thing tonight, it's this. Because a lot of times people are busy, right? People are busy and they don't have a lot of time. So people say, Omar, how were you so successful in this business, you know? Because I'm not a scientist. I mean, there's guys in this room that know a lot. Dr. Dave, I mean, there's people, Gary, there's people in this room that know a lot more than me. But one thing I know is that seeing is believing. And all I got to do is show my friends that what they're drinking is bad and what we're drinking is good. That's it. And I did this, and I'm telling you, the first year of me being involved in this project, this was my best friend right here, these little drops, $5. Okay? I don't know about you guys, but this is my lotto ticket. Okay? People say, how'd you make, you know, my first year, without really knowing what I was doing, I made over almost $70,000. Almost 70. Some of you say that's not money. For me, that was a lot of money. And all I did, guys, was show people a simple demo. That was my first year. Now let me show you what I do, okay? I'm taking you guys to class tonight. This is million dollar class, okay? If you learn how to do the simple things, guess what? The people that you show this to can say, hey, I can do that too. So I always remember that people will always learn by what you show them. This is all I did my first year. Watch carefully. I'm going to put a few drops in every glass, and I want you to watch what happens with the colors, okay? Watch this. I'm going to put a few drops in Dasani. Look what's happening to it. I'm going to stir it. You can see what's happening. Can you see the color? Can you guys see that, Klaus? Can you see that back there? It's yellow? Okay. How about Gatorade? Is that alkaline or acid? 100%. Look at that. Now, Perrier, I was shocked because I'm thinking, hey, this stuff is good, doesn't have sugar in it. That scared me because I used to drink, I love Perrier, Pellegrino, all that stuff. Soda pop, what do you guys think? It's going to be acid or alkaline? You know, of course it is. Look at that. And when I showed people this, they'd kind of be like, whoa, man, I didn't know that. Watch this. This is when I paid attention to their reaction. Watch what, just this little drop. Look at that. Whoa, let's give it up for, see, this is what it's about. When they saw that, they're like scratching their head. They're like, wait, do it again. Okay? I said, okay. And I would do it. I say, listen, this is just a pH tester. I said, all this does is reveal what's in those things. Now, Coca-Cola doesn't want you to know this. You know, San Pellegrino doesn't want you to know this. Perrier doesn't want you to know this because they know that if they got you hooked, and as long as you don't understand what you're doing, because, you know, like Anthony Robbins says, many of us are digging our graves with our teeth. And I believe that. I believe, self-assisted suicide? I used to think that was Dr. Kevorkian. No, that's Ronald McDonald, okay? I mean, honestly, we are literally killing ourselves. It's a slow death, but we're doing it to ourselves. Now watch this. This is powerful. I'm going to take a little bit of alkaline water. This is the Kangen 9.5. And I love when young kids are here. How old are you? Oh, you're 11 years old. I'm so glad. What's your name? Tristan? Tristan, okay. Do you have friends who drink soda, Tristan? You do, okay, good. So you're going to be their hero, okay? Because you're going to show them what I'm just taught you tonight. And this is what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Our young people are going to start to understand that they too get sick. I'm getting young people, 11, 12 years old, that are already on prescription medication. That's so sad. I mean, kids in grade school, they're given cholesterol-lowering medication. Can you believe that? I'm not making it up, ladies and gentlemen. They're putting our kids on prescription drugs as early as like 5, 6 years of age. So watch what this is happening when you start giving your child alkaline water. Instead of acidic water, you start giving them the alkaline, and look what happens. Immediately it turns from an acidic environment to an alkaline environment. Now I'll do it in slow motion for those of you who missed it, okay? So watch this. This is Kangen water. And I'm going to actually try to do it with the sports drink. Now this one is a little bit scary because I actually, even if I fill this whole glass up with Kangen water, it won't turn. Now people say, how come the Kangen water won't change the Gatorade? Because the Gatorade is 100% loaded with acid. Okay, so I do not recommend you give this to your children, or you take it even when you're after a workout. Now Perrier is a little interesting. Watch this guy. He's gonna, watch carefully, I won't tell you. I hope you can see this. What? Can you see? Look, I'll do it again, just watch. You see what happened? It tried to change, but it couldn't because it had too much what? Too much acid, too much acidity. So why do I tell people to lay off on all this junk? Because literally, it's destroying us. Okay, now soda pop, if you drink soda, you can close your eyes now. You don't want to see this, okay? Look at, I mean, even if I put a whole gallon in this cup, it won't turn. Because it is extremely acidic, ladies and gentlemen. Now, some of you may think I'm just trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you the truth. Watch what happens when I put just a little cap full of soda in an alkaline environment. Let's say you're drinking Kangen water tonight. Anyone here, have you guys drank a few glasses? Who drank more than a couple glasses tonight? Okay, good job, okay? Now watch this. If you just drink a cap full of soda in an alkaline body, watch what happens. That's just a cap full. Okay, are you seeing it? Keep watching it. Look. What happened, it was alkaline a second ago. I just put one cap full and it ruined, it destroyed all the good. Okay, so that's you guys, like those of you who go to the gym and you work out, and then you go to the Cheesecake Factory afterwards. Okay, that's exactly what you're doing when you drink soda pop. When you drink soda, you're taking like you go 10 steps forward with Kangen and 100 steps back with soda. Now I'm going to do this. I'll put it in the pure Kangen. Watch what happens. It destroys it. So what is it about this water that's so important? Number one, if what Dr. Baruti said is true, this is why we're sick. But if we start to alkalize the body, this is what we'll do to help preserve our health, okay? How many of you here want to be healthy? Let me see, raise your hand, okay, good. How many of you want to be sick? I do, right? No, okay? No one wants to be sick. Everyone wants to be healthy. So what we're doing tonight, guys, is not just a business. We're trying to sound the alarm, okay? I'm telling you, this is not a normal presentation, okay? You guys maybe came tonight because you thought we were going to sell you a timeshare or something. No, okay? This is something that will change your family's future. Well, let me ask you a question. Where would your family be without you tonight? Think about that for a second. Where would your family be without you tonight? Scary thought, right? Where would you be without your family tonight? My point is that this is something that we need to really understand, guys. It's not just a microwave, okay? It's not just a water filter. This is something that will change your life. So with that said, I'll give you the last property. I'll show you the last property real quick. So number one, anti-aging. Number two, we get to neutralize the acidity. And number three, we are actually hydrating the body. Now, some of you don't realize this. but you're severely dehydrated. And I can tell, a lot of you are, I've seen a couple guys dozing off, okay? That's one of the symptoms of fatigue. I see a couple of guys, I mean, don't feel bad. I got friends who fall asleep standing up, okay? I'm telling you, they're always tired. They wake up and they're tired. Oh man, I'm tired. I said, you just woke up, man. I'm tired though. I had a long night last night. You know, guys, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you that most of the things we suffer from is because we're just not paying attention to your body. If your lips are dry, that means you're way past the limit. You need to really drink water. If any of you ever had brain fog, like, you know, kind of forget things, who forgets a lot of stuff here? You know, guys, right? Okay. I used to forget all the time. I wonder, why do I have this brain fog? Dehydration. It's called, Dr. Dave, I'm sure knows about this, but chronic cellular dehydration. They call it CCD. So guys, when you start drinking this Kangen water, it actually hydrates you much better than any other water. So let me show you a real quick hydration test. Let's pretend that you're this guy, Smart Water, okay? Smart Water, some of you guys like it because you think, you know, you get smarter when you drink it. So let's see if it's really that smart. Now I'm gonna do this fast. Let's put 2 glasses here, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this water here. I've got Smart Water and I've got Kangen water here, and this is room temperature. I want you to see that. If you want to come and touch it, I'll leave the bottle up here for you later. Now watch this. I'm going to do a hydration test. Let's pretend this is your body, this tea bag. All right? And what does a tea bag need in order to make tea? Water. Now, typically we need to boil water, but I don't have a stove here. I know they got one back there, but let's just see if we can make water we can make tea without boiling it. Okay, so there's the first one, and they're the identical tea bag. Okay, I'm not a magician, guys. I just want to show you how fast this stuff really gets to your body. Now watch this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put Smart Water over this tea bag, and I'll let it sit there for a second. And obviously, it's not making tea. Okay, and we'll move it around a little bit. We'll see if we can get it. It's having a really tough time. That's what a lot of you think. You think you're drinking water. I had a lady who says, oh, I drink a gallon a day. But what kind of water? I have a friend of mine, she's a professional runner. Her doctor told her she was dehydrated. And she said, well, I drink a gallon a day. He says, well, you're dehydrated. He showed her the numbers. She was not drinking the right water. Now watch this. This is cool. I actually just made this a few hours ago. This is cool water. And watch what happens. This guy's been sitting there. He's trying to figure it out. Watch this. This is Kangen water, 9.5. And just, some of you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in the back. This guy started first. Can you see this one starting to turn colors? Can you see it? No. Hold on. Let me just move this guy around a little bit. Okay, so we move this guy. Let's move this guy. Can you see? I'm not doing any tricks, okay? Now some of you think, well, maybe this is a dead bag, right? A dummy bag, right? So I know some of you are thinking that, okay? Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna take that same bag and I'll put fresh water here. And just so you see, watch what happens. Right away, can you see that, right? So let's give it up for the Kangen water. I mean, this is crazy. So I just tell people, and you know what? You don't even need to see this test. Your body will tell you. Because tonight you won't get bloated. You'll drink 4, 5, 6 glasses. You'll be like, wow, where did it go? It's actually hydrating you on a cellular level. That's why you're getting more energy. You think better. Your skin clears. You guys should have seen, I used to have dry skin. I used to be like the Nivea guy, man. Give me my lotion. You know, my skin was always, because I was always dry. Now I'm drinking the water, and it really gives you a really soft, guys. I'm telling you, this stuff is unbelievable. And so if you're using a lot of lotion, who here uses lotion on their hands? Okay, guys, don't be shy. I know you guys do too, right? The ladies do. If you're using a lot of lotion on your hands, that means you're dehydrated. Okay, you hydrate from within. Okay, so you got to make sure if you're kind of ashy or whatever, that means you're not drinking enough water. Okay, or maybe you're not drinking the right water. So here you see the Kangen water hydrates on a cellular level. The last thing I'll talk about is one of the features of this machine. This is the new 8-plate machine. Some of you guys have not seen this, okay? It just got released. They were actually on back order for 2 months. This thing was harder to get than the iPhone 6. I'm telling you, people went crazy over this machine. and it actually makes more than just drinking water. It talks in 8 languages. It has 8 titanium plates that are dipped in medical grade platinum, so this thing will last forever. It actually has international voltage. So let's say some of you travel. I know that Dr. Dave, he's all over the place, but some of you travel. You can take this thing in any country, and it has a smart chip. It'll switch to whatever country you're in. So it's a really cool machine, and it talks. It does all this fancy stuff. I mean, it even tells jokes. I mean, it's really cool. I love this thing, and it's the new Kangen 8. Now, watch this. This is the thing that sold my wife. This is beauty water. Some of you guys think that you shouldn't use this stuff. It actually is very good after you shave, guys. Instead of using alcohol, you use this, and it actually tightens and tones the skin. Ladies, instead of you spending all that money on Estee Lauder and what is this, Mary Kay and Arbonne, this stuff right here, you make as much of it as you want from this machine, and it actually is better for you than all those chemicals. Okay, it's just water. So guys, it is really powerful, and all you do, you just spritz it on your face and just let it dry. Don't towel it off, just let it dry, and you can actually you'll feel it start to pull your skin. So it's like, I'm telling you, it's Botox in a bottle. This stuff is amazing, and you can make it as much as you want. Okay, so that's one of the things. But another thing that I really like is the 11.5. Now, I wasn't going to show you this because, some people they're all into organic and all that stuff. So I will just do a quick illustration. But I'm in a hurry because they're going to do the music and the band's got to set up. But I want you to see this. This is powerful. Some of you are all into, eating fresh fruits and vegetables, whatever, right? Can you see what's on the screen? You see that airplane? Okay, what is that putting on our foods? Okay, pesticides, right? Let me tell you something that I didn't know. And Reggie and his wife, raise your hand, Reggie. You just moved down from where? From Bakersfield. You saw this stuff all the time, right? And you can actually smell it in the air. It's a weird, what does it smell like, Reggie? How would you describe it? It's like a sulfur, right? Now, let me tell you, you guys don't know this unless you're out in the farm or, living in an area like that, like Bakersfield. But this stuff is actually oil-based, okay? So what's happening, you get home, let's say you went to the store, you come home, and you're like, okay, let's make a salad. You got your tomatoes, your cucumbers, whatever, your lettuce, spinach, whatever. What do you do before you eat it? You wash it. Where do you wash it? The sink. Okay, someone said it, the sink. Okay, these pesticides are oil-based. Pay attention. What do oil and water do? They don't mix, okay? So, quick illustration. I have some sesame oil. Okay, this is 100% pure sesame oil. I'm going to put this in a glass here. And the reason we use sesame oil is because it's a darker oil, it's very thick, and we want the people in the back to be able to see this. So you just said oil and water don't mix, okay? So let's see if you're right. So here's smart water. Okay, there it is. So oil and water separate. Now watch this. This is one of my favorite, this is one of the reasons I love this machine, because it makes this high-grade alkaline water. It's called a 11.5. And it's a very, very alkaline solution that the water makes. It's not for drinking, okay? Now, some people have drank a little bit for medical reasons. You don't really need to be honest with you. But here, unless a doctor, prescribes it or something like that, but this is not for drinking. This water is actually an all-purpose cleaner. And what it does, we actually use it to remove stains off of our clothes. Any of you ever got stains on your clothes? Okay, you can use this stuff. You can clean your barbecue grill, your stoves. What else? We get a lot of oil on. Just anything where it's oil, grease, coffee stains, blood, any of that. This 11.5. Now watch this. Oil and water, you just told me a second ago, don't mix. Let's see. And by the way, I'll take a sip of it so you see it's not like a chemical or something. It's just water, but it's very alkaline. Okay, so check it out. You see that? Can you guys see that back there? Right? Look at that. Doesn't it look like a milkshake? Now, why did I show that to you? Because water and oil, water and oil don't mix. So here you go. You just got home, and you're going to wash these cherry tomatoes. before you put them in your salad. And you're thinking that, you know, it's once you put them through the sink that they're nice and clean. Okay, so let's see if that happens. So let's do here Dasani. We'll get some Dasani. We'll put that over here. Let that sit for a second, and then let's get some 11.5, and I'll pour it in a fresh glass so you can see that I'm not doing anything crazy. So that's the 11.5. It's completely clear. And I'm going to put it right over these batch of tomatoes, okay? So watch this. We'll let it sit for a second. While that's sitting there, let me get 2 fresh glasses. This is actually what sold me. This got me. Because I have 3 daughters, okay? And some of you have little kids, and we eat a lot at home. And so I was just, when I saw this and they told us about this, I'm thinking, yeah, right, you know, because how could they sell us stuff with poison on it, right? I'm thinking, and people think, well, I buy organic. How many of you here buy organic, right? Okay, good. By law, if it says organic, it can be like 0.001% not organic, if that makes sense. So they can actually, so let's say it's 97 or 98% organic, it can still have some traces of chemicals or residue or whatever. So just because you see organic doesn't mean it's organic, okay? Some of you guys say, oh, well, you know, I go to Whole Foods. Well, guess what? This guy is neighbor to the guy who's organic, right? So when he's spraying his crop, what do you think happens to the guy next door? The overspray, right? So, and even if that doesn't happen, any of you ever drive by the 118 or up by Oxnard? What's all to right next to the freeway? What do you see? The farms, the fields. What comes out of the back of your car? What comes out of the back of your car? The fumes, the exhaust, the toxins, okay? But it won't touch the organic guy, right? So, hey, I won't touch the organic guy. Of course it does. So I don't want you guys to think that, oh, because it has a label that it's safe, okay? The safest way is to rinse it yourself, okay? So let me show you. So here I got Dasani, and this guy here is the 11.5. So let's go ahead and rinse these first guys. I hope you can see this back there. I don't know if you can. So there's the ones rinsed with Dasani, and here's the ones rinsed with the 11.5. Can anyone see that? Can you look? Can you guys see that back there? Okay. Whoa. Can you guys? Who thinks this is green tea? You want to taste it? Anyone want to taste this? I'll put some sweet and low in it for you. You sure? What? Can someone tell me what's in there? It's the pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, suicides. It's all that stuff that's bad for you. Okay. You don't want that. Okay. How many of you want to feed this to your children? Raise your hand. No. How many want to feed it to your parents? Raise your hand. How many want to feed it to your ex-girlfriend? Raise your hand. Yeah, all right, that's right. That's right. Go buy her some cherry tomatoes. That's right, guys. Get back, right? Revenge, right? Right? So my point is this, is that this machine, you thought it's a water filter. Ladies and gentlemen, water filters don't do that. Now, I'm done. I did this. Let me show you how to make the money and I'm done, okay? So what's going to happen in the next few years? Whether you say yes or no doesn't matter tonight. Doesn't really matter, really. You're not doing us a favor by saying, yeah, I want one. You're doing yourself a favor. Okay, I'm telling you the truth. If I were you, I would listen to what I'm going to say in the next 3 minutes. Listen carefully. The top doctor in Japan, Dr. Shinya, wrote a book about this water. His name is Dr. Shinya. Over 400,000 colonoscopies. We met him. He says that his patients come to him, and some of them die in stage 4 cancer. On page 7 of his book, he says, of all my patients who've had cancer, 0% of them, 0 means 0 by the way, 0% of them have had a relapse of cancer since being on my diet and drinking Kangen water. He didn't say alkaline water. He said Kangen water. That's from this machine. Okay, when my wife, who works at Kaiser Woodland Hills, she's a skeptic. She don't believe anything. And she read this book, she said, honey, this is the deal. I have never seen a book written about all these other alkaline waters say what this guy said. By the way, he doesn't get paid a dime from our company. So when doctors like Dr. Shinya are endorsing or giving their stamp of approval, people will listen. So what's going to happen in the next few years? People are going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Any of you here want to buy acidic? How many of you want to keep paying for acidic water? Anyone here? I'll give you 2 for 1 tonight, okay? If you guys want to keep paying for bad water, it's your choice. But I'm like Crystal Geyser, Dasani, Smart Water. Even if you gave it to me tonight for free for the rest of my life, I wouldn't give it to my dogs. I wouldn't. Because they need good water too. My point is that, ladies and gentlemen, this machine is going to be everywhere before you know it. Okay? Now, I think we still got a little time. I talked to a Magic VP, and I asked him, Don, how many machines have we so far in America without commercials or advertising? How many have we got? Just person to person, right? He said, we're about 250,000. I said, you mean million, right? He said, no, 250,000. I said, wait a minute. I said, there's like 330 million people in this country. I think all of them drink water. And I want to give you the most important number. When I got involved in '07, the company was selling 400 units a month on a global scale. Does anyone want to take a wild guess how many of these we're selling a month now? Does anyone know? What do you say, Tristan? Take a guess. 1,000? 50,000? Not yet. 8,000 machines a month, okay, right now. So in 7 years, I just want you to see that. And chances are, very soon we'll be at 10,000 before the end of the year. Probably by this time next year we'll be maybe at 20,000 a month. That's the company. That's the founder's goal. So guys, this is a chance for you to. This is the one that you don't want to sleep on. Okay, I promise you. Pay attention. Now I'm going to show you the money, and then if you want to get on board, fine. If you just want it for your health, I say, you know what? Congratulations, because your health is a lot more than what's in your pocketbook. Okay. If you say tonight, hey, you know what, I'm interested in this, I'll buy one, I'll invest in one, but I don't care about the money, I don't like money, I got a lot of it already, you know, I'm not interested in the business, okay? But I like money. I don't know about you guys. I have friends who have a lot of money, guess what they like? More money. I have friends who have no money, guess what they like? Money. So there's nothing wrong with you know, wanting to make better decisions for your family, but I'm telling you that this right here was my blessing. Because when I lost my job in '07, and Peter knows this, I got laid off. I was making, I think, maybe 50, 60,000 a year working for Boeing. The next morning, they called me and said, hey, we don't need you anymore. And that was '07. About 4 months, I'm looking in the papers trying to get hired. Nobody's hiring. Real estate market was down the toilet. And that's when it really started to get bad. You guys remember '07 was bad. And that's when this opportunity came to me. So you know the old saying, when one door closes, a window opens, right? This was my window. Tonight, some of you need this. You've been waiting for it. So I'm talking to you tonight for the ones who want to make a change. Because you know what's going to happen in about 50 days? Guess what? That apple is going to drop, right? The apple's going to drop. And you guys are going to say 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yay! You're going to be clapping, yay! Happy New Year! And you're going to sit around the fireplace, talk around, drink beer, whatever, and you're going to tell your friends, man, you know what, next year is going to be much better. Next year, you know, is going to be a lot different than this year. My question to you is how? You say it's going to be better. How? You're going to keep doing the same things you did this year? And magically, everything's going to change next year? Oh, because Obama's going to be out of the office. No, it doesn't matter who's in the office. I'm talking about your finances. Your children, your family, your future, whatever. So pay attention to this, and if you want to learn how to really do this business, tomorrow we will be at the Marriott from, I think 7 a.m. is when the doors open. We're going to have training from the top people in the company, and we even have the founder who's going to visit us from Japan, and we were going to show you guys, we're going to take you by the hand and show you how you can change your 2015. How many of you want a better 2015? Let me see. How many of you want it? All right. You know what? I'm ready, guys. I'm ready to show you. Are you ready to receive it tonight? Are you ready to see how you can change and make your 2015 the best year ever? Let me see by round of applause. Are you guys ready to make 2015 your best year ever? All right? Okay, now check it out. This is how easy this business is. It's so easy. It's so simple. Keep it very simple, okay? People think this is a multi-level marketing, right? They say, oh, it's a multi-level. They say they don't like multi-level. When they say that, I ask them why. Why do you not like because they don't even know why they don't like multi-level. They just, it's immediate response. Oh, is this multi-level marketing? You know when people say that to me, I say, why? Because guess what? They don't even know why. And I say, are you scared of multi-level because you got burned in the past? You know what they tell me? Oh, because you guys got to keep buying product every month. You got to keep buying soap. You got to keep buying skincare products. You got to keep buying travel packages. I say, well, no, not with this. You invest one time in this machine, and basically that's your ticket to represent this company anywhere on the planet. So here from Woodland Hills, or whether you're from up north in California, wherever you're at, you can distribute this anywhere in the country. Now watch this carefully. This machine costs, there's a price tag, $4,980. Some of you just had a heart attack and don't realize it. You see that price, $4,980. You're a grown adult, and you're talking $4,980 scares you? Is that all it took to beat you up tonight? Is give you a $4,000? That's all it took to scare you? Now, if it was $40,000, I say okay, maybe, but $4,980. If that stops you, and if you worked all 2014, and you haven't saved, some of you don't have $50 in your savings account. That's why you need this business. But if $4,980 seems like a lot of money for you, you know what? You really need to listen to this. Because 2015 is going to beat you up if you don't make a major change tonight. So $49.80 is what this machine costs. Now you may say, man, that's a lot for a filter. This is not a filter. This is the key to freedom. This is the key to unlock that mess that many of us are in. So let me show you. And I'm looking at people here that probably make good money. There's people in here that make, maybe 6 figures. There's people in here that make, maybe multiple 6 figures. But they have no time to enjoy it. See, this isn't about the money. What I'm going to show you in a few seconds is not about money. It's about freedom. It's about you doing what you want with who you want, when you want, as often as you want. Some of you make a lot of money. I had a guy who came to me the other day. Jay Johnson knows what I'm talking about. He makes $140,000 a year. And I said, Keith, why are you interested in this project? He said, because, man, I see your lifestyle. You guys are always having fun. I make $140 a year, but man, I live in that place. He said, I don't see my wife, I don't see my kids. I get home, everyone's asleep, I leave before they wake up. I don't see my own kids. I make $140, but I don't got a life, man, and you guys are always partying. He said, that's why I like this. I'm telling you that it's not about the money. I used to think the money would excite me. It doesn't excite me. You know what excites me? Watching my girls grow up. That excites me. Some of you, it's too late. You missed out on that one. But guess what? You still got time to turn things around. Tonight, look, pay attention. This is why I tell people, these little Mickey Mouse machines, the little knockoff machines that cost $2,000, $1,000, $1,500, they're disposable. I had a guy who went on the internet, he said, man, your machine's overpriced. I said, dude, we're not selling a machine, man, we're selling a lifestyle. I said, this is the #1 machine. It won't break down. It's been around for over 4 decades. It's got a name equivalent to Honda. I said, do I got to convince you that Honda's good? He said, no, man, everyone knows Honda's good. I said, this is Honda 40 years ago. This is Toyota when they were still Datsun. My point is that Enagic is going to be here after we're gone. Now watch carefully. Those disposable machines don't offer you what this offers you. This offers you a distribution anywhere in the world you can represent the best. Now watch how this works. You can make money 2 ways. 2 ways, that's it, very simple. Number 1, when you refer this to somebody, let's say, Tristan, you have friends that drink water, right? And you start, let's say Tristan, you start bringing this water to school, right? And your friends see you, the moms see him playing on soccer or whatever, and they ask Dad, hey, what's that water that Tristan's always bringing to the soccer field? So Dad said, okay, he starts telling them about the alkaline, whatever. Before you know it, all the moms on the soccer team want to get this water. The minute he said anti-aging, they said, sign me up, okay? So he's making all these people interested in Kangen. That's what we call a direct sale. When you refer it to someone, and this is how much you get paid. Unlike traditional MLMs where you got to go a left and a right, you got to go get to, blah, blah, blah. Here it's, remember, a direct sale or an indirect sale that goes down. So there's only 2 ways to generate income here. So watch this. Like I said, there's no sign-up fee, no monthly qualifications, none of the traditional junk that you see with all these other companies. I won't mention names. But this is different, folks. There's some of you who are you know, maybe burned on some of these other companies. And I know why you kind of have a bias against network marketing. This is different. This machine will basically give you the rights for forever. Once you have this in your house, you have a distributor number. And now you can sell, and look at this, international. So I just got a phone call from a guy in Peru. He's in Peru, and his aunt is dying of cancer. She lives in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know how he found me. Maybe, you know, on the internet or whatever. He calls me, says, hey, you know, I already know about the water. I've been studying it for over a year. How can I get one to Baltimore? My aunt is on stage 4 cancer. So I said, no problem. And I told him, the name is Carlos. I said, Carlos, well, go ahead and order it. We'll ship it from our Torrance office. It'll take a couple days. So now he wants to get one for Peru. And he says, oh, hey, I have a lot of friends that need this. Can I also be a distributor? So do you see I've never been in Peru, guys, but I've got people there now who are selling and sharing this amazing product. So this is why you want to do that other sale, which is the indirect. So watch this. Traditional marketing costs a lot of money. Okay? How many of you got an iPhone? How many of you got an iPhone, okay? Probably paid a lot of money for it, okay? I just got 2 of them. I don't know how much I paid for them, but I'm sure it was a lot, okay? And I see those big billboards off the 405 freeway. You think those are cheap? How about all those ads they put on TV? All those Apple ads, okay? That's very expensive. That's why marketing really is what a lot of that price that you're paying it goes because of the marketing dollars. Well, I love the philosophy of Mr. Oshiro. He said all of this money that we would pay, let's say Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Angelina Jolie, whoever, all of this, guess who gets it? You guys. Why? Because he says you're the ones who are out there sharing your story. You see, if someone sees a $5,000 filter at Home Depot, they're going to walk right by it. They're going to say, man, it's too expensive. You know how it is. You walk into a store, you see a nice blazer. What's the first thing you check? Where it's made? What's the first thing you check? The price. Ladies, you see that beautiful handbag at Nordstrom's. What's the first thing you look at? The price. You see this thing at Home Depot, you don't even read the features. You just go and see what? The price. So Mr. Oshiro, the founder, he's smart. He said, I know the way we're going to make this thing explode. We're going to make sure that it goes from person to person. Person to person, story to story. This is how we've grown with no advertising to almost, I think we're at $700 million annual sales. We're almost $1 billion company. Okay, so watch this. 8 points are divided up. Each one in this machine is $340. Guys, I could not sleep when I saw this for the first time. Because I saw the marketing plan, but I didn't get it. Some of you won't get it right away. You have to see it a couple times. This is you. Tonight, you said yes to better health. You said no to acidic water. You said no to being tired. You said no to being sick. You said yes for a new lifestyle. Yes for better, better everything, right? So you said yes, and you got this beautiful little machine that's in your kitchen. Now, your friend, okay, let's say Tristan, he ends up getting a machine because it helped him. Let's say he had a health issue, whatever. The water helped him. You didn't really care about whether he bought or not. You just wanted to help him. That's the beautiful thing. You don't need to be a salesperson. You just need to go out and help somebody. Now here, Tristan got a machine. You got a nice commission check for $340. Just like that. That's $340. I don't know about you, but do you know that the average income of a network marketer in America is about $200 a month? Okay? These guys who are selling creams and coffees and all this stuff, they make about $200 a month. Here, your very first check, you made $340. By the way, you don't need to sign up for the business. You don't need to be a distributor. Someone just walked out. They didn't get it. Or maybe they have enough money. Who knows? But I'm just saying, man, $340 and all I did was tell one person about it? $340? Now that's nothing though. Because now this guy is telling everybody about what the water did for him. So let's say this is you and you brought in Tristan. He goes out and tells 10 people. And in his first month as an Enagic distributor, he makes 10 sales. Do you know how much you get? 10 of these. 340 times 10. How much is that? $3,400. How much does the machine cost? $5,000. You see how fast this is coming back? Now watch what happens on your second direct sale. It's basically like a franchise, and it's totally separate. So let's say this guy here, or I'll take a girl, a lady. What's your name, dear? Natalie? Natalie? Okay, Natalie. Okay. What? Natalie? You drink water? Good. You qualify. Okay. So Natalie, she loves eating all the healthy stuff. She goes, works out, whatever. She said, hey, I want one of these machines. Natalie got this machine. You got another check for $340. Now watch this. She goes out and tells 10 of her friends, I'm using easy numbers so you can, it's faster than that. She makes 10 direct sales. You brought her in, you get another 10 envelopes for $340. That's the bad thing about this business, guys. You gotta keep going to the bank. I hate to break the news to you, but when you get the little envelopes, you gotta go cash them. Unless, you don't want them, you can send them to me. I'll go cash them for you. Okay, now Natalie's got her machine, Tristan's got his. Now here, you make one more sale. One more sale. How many of you know 3 people that drink water? Raise your hand if you know 3 people that drink water. Okay, good. Some of you need a better social life, okay? But 3 people that drink water. On your third direct sale, you make a check of $680. And from that point on, that's the smallest check you'll ever make. Okay, because here, these will still pay you $340 forever. But now in this 2A leg, it's a separate franchise. This is basically a $680 lane. So let's say we've got Jay Johnson. Jay's in the house. He's my good friend and his beautiful wife, Crystal. And they came to my house, true story, to do a mural for my daughter, Gianna, before she was born. And Jay lives in Santa Clarita. He's driving to Warner Center where I had a condo. And I'm telling him about this water, and he thinks he's like, man, this guy's nuts. But he kept seeing people come to my house to get water. My neighbors, I lived in a big complex. All my neighbors were coming to get water. That's the beautiful thing. Once you have it, you can share it with people, and it's unlimited. So check it out. Jay ended up getting a machine because he saw the results of the water. He has now, I think, Jay, how many are in your group? I know it's kind of hard for you to gauge, but I mean, about 500 machines, okay? He's in my 2A leg. So can you guys, would you like 500 of these in your envelope? In your mailbox? 500 times 680 is a lot of money. That's why I get happy when Jay comes around, because I'm like, man, I love this guy. And by the way, he's never going to stop telling people about this water because what it did for him. Now watch this. Now, did I tell you guys that this is easy? Did I tell you it's easy? It's not easy, right? Guys, it's easy. You want me to tell you what's hard? Trying to convince people. That's hard. Let me tell you what's easy. Let me tell you what's easy. You pour them a glass of water and give it to them. That's it, guys, because the water does the convincing. So I tell people, look, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to convey to you that this thing can change your life. Watch this. Now you've got to grow a total of 10 people. On your 11th sale, you made $1,020 per machine. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but when I saw a $1,000 check in my mailbox for something that I just helped a friend out. Now, watch what happens. This person is in your 3A leg, and they go out and start sharing it with others, and every time that they do, you max out at $1,020. So let's say, once again, 10 of these in November, let's say December. This guy goes out and sells 10, you get 1,020 times 10. Are you starting to see the picture? Okay, now some people say, well, what happens to your 1A leg and your 2A leg? Those keep paying you. They keep paying you forever. Anytime. Sometimes I get checks for $340, sometimes for $680. But these are nice. How many of you can use an extra $1,000 a month? Would that be cool, an extra $1,000? Would that help you maybe take a little vacation? Okay, how about if you got 4 or 5 of those in a day? Right, would that be cool? Let me tell you, when my wife and I got serious about this business, I recommend all of you take a serious look at the marketing plan. And when you get to 4A, I would consider doing this thing on a more serious level. Because when you get to 4A, that means that you have a total of 20. All you need is 20 of these. Go find 20 people, either you and your team, or you can do it all by yourself if you want. On your 21st sale, you get a check of $1,360 on your 21st sale. Now, I did something crazy. I'll tell you what, it was just a dumb idea, but it worked. I went to Pep Boys, and I had a little, 1997 Saturn hatchback. Ugly thing, but I loved it, okay? And I got the windows tinted. It was just a little beater that I used to drive around. Jay, you remember that, right? And I went to Pep Boys, and I wrote, I got a little marker, a white marker, and I wrote on my window, I said, are you tired of being tired? Try Kangen Water, free sample, something like that. And I wrote my phone number. Nobody called me. Nobody called, and I said, maybe it's not going to work. One day, my phone rings. I said, hello. They said, yeah, I'm calling about the free samples. And I was like, okay, yeah, who is it? And he says, yeah, I live downstairs. I'm in building 9, and I'm standing right outside your car. I said, wait right there. I'll be right there, right? So I come downstairs, and I bring him two gallons of the water. He's a big guy, big, tall, handsome guy. He's like one of these bodybuilder guys. And I said, hey man, I said, you live in the building? He said, yeah, me and my girlfriend, we just moved in. I said, you know what? I said, look man, you're cool. His name is Jonathan. I said, Jonathan, I'm not trying to sell you the water, just try it and tell me what you think. And he says, how much is the machine? I said, don't worry about it. I said, if you like it, I'll give you more water. And he says, okay. This went on for about 2 weeks, and he kept, every time he would see me like in the parking lot, he said, man, I love that water, dude, my workouts have been amazing, I'm recovering a lot faster. He says, man, I gotta get one of those machines. How much is it? I said, don't worry about it, Jonathan. Finally, about 3 weeks after, he says, look, man, I feel really bad having to keep coming to your house to get the machine, to get water. He said, how much is the machine? I said, well, it's $4,000. This was the old one, this one wasn't out yet. I said, it's $4,000. He said, is that it? He said, dude, if you know how much I'm spending on a bottle of water, well, $4,000 is nothing. How long do the machines last? I said, they last forever. I said, these things never break down. It's Japanese technology. He said, dude, yeah, sign me up. He said, can I finance it? I said, yeah. He said, so he paid for the machine. That shook me up, guys. I never made that much money. Like in a day, I was making $50,000 a year working for Boeing. So when I saw that, I told my wife, I said, honey, I want to do this. I really want to do this business. And you know what? I'm so grateful for her support, because she told me, she said, okay, you have my blessing. Go out. She said, but I better not see you at the house playing PlayStation. Okay, you need to go out there and talk to people about this water. So, because she wanted me, she said, go out and do it. Talk to people. And that was it, guys. When I got to 4A, I never looked back. So you may say, how many machines? It's 20 of these, and you're at 4A, and you're making $1,360 per unit. I mean, even let's say you sell 5 a month, that's more money than, man, I mean, wow. Now, when you get to 50 sales, pretty much at that point, and I know there's some guys in here who are already there, young guys, on this machine you'd make $1,700. So tonight, as a 5A, any 5As here tonight? Any 5As, raise your hand. In the back? What, Alex? Hey, man, how old are you, brother? 22. If you're a 5A, let's give it up for Alex. Yeah. Man. At 22, man, you know what I was doing when I was 22? Well, that's a different story. But anyhow, but man, that means if Alex makes one sale tonight, he makes a $1,700 check. But that's not anything, because let's say he gets someone who sees the big picture, and they go out and sell 10 next month. He made $17,000. Guys, this is legitimate. Some of you are like, oh, I never make money in those type of businesses. This is different. Look, this isn't Hamway, it's not prepaid legal, it's not ACN, it's not long distance service, it's not some company that just came out last year and they're saying, hey, come in before this company's been around for 40 years. Guys, this is something that when I walk in the room, I don't have to hide from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to say that I represent the best. No one's looking for me, guys. Everyone knows where I live. I don't have to worry at night that someone's going to jump through. You know what I'm saying? This is the best thing that you can do for the people you care about. Introduce them to and even if they don't do the business, I'm telling you guys, it'll change their life. Now, when you get to 6A, and Gary and Mary Lou, man, when they got to 6A, I was so happy for them. Gary and Mary, let's give it up for Gary and Mary Lou. Yeah! I was so happy. I'm going to tell you why. Because I remember when he was here, he came into my shop and he had this big old gazelle glasses on. He looked like some rap star. And I was like, dude, you're cool, man. And I thought he was like, Suge Knight's manager or something, man. And he's like, yeah, bro. He starts talking to me all this rap stuff, right? And I'm like, dude, I said, you just bought your machine? He said, yeah, man, and I got friends and this and that. And he struggled a little bit. He struggled in the beginning. Gary, remember in the beginning you struggled, but I'm going to tell you what I told him. I said, stop trying to sell. You're trying to sell. This is not easy to sell. I said, it's $5,000. I said, dude, take the picture, take the money away, and just give the people the water. I said, the water will do the convincing. The water will speak better than you can speak. And he listened to me. And when they got their 6-8, man, I felt like you were my son, man. I was like, yeah, I was so proud of him. I'm telling you, because he got it. So for those of you who are really good salespeople, forget that. Forget that. Okay, this ain't about selling. So guys, I'm done. When you get to 6A, you're making, on this machine right here, Gary, did you just tell me you sold one? $2,700. Dude, man.
Gary told me to ask you.
Bro. I mean, 8 points. Are you serious? What? Man, would you ever go back and work for someone else after that, man? Honestly. Why would you want to go back?
This isn't even working.
It's not even working. People think that we work. If you knew what we do, I mean, man. Anyhow, so guys, when you get to 6A, here's the best part. You can open up as many 6A lanes. So let's say right here, somebody calls you from let's say Colombia, South America. You got someone in Japan who wants a machine. You have somebody here in Russia. We're in Russia now. We just opened up in Brazil. I think we're opening up in Africa. Someone told me we're opening up in Africa. Did you guys hear that yet? Is that true? We're opening up all over the world, guys. This is not small. So anyhow, anywhere that you sell as a 6A, you generate a 6A leg, and there's no limit. So ladies and gentlemen, I really believe that this is the opportunity that you need to look at, because I don't think you'll ever see anything like this again, I promise you. So anyhow, here's what I want you to do tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to have some music. We're going to have some testimonies and stuff. I'm going to call Gary up here. But look, no one's here trying to sell you tonight, honestly. We're inviting you. We're not selling. The person who brought you tonight is not trying to convince you. We're inviting you to join us on this movement. If you do not want to be part of it, that's okay. If you just want the machine for your health, congratulations. But if you saw what I saw, if you saw what Gary saw, what my best friend Peter saw, what Jay Johnson, Reggie Dumag, Linda Walzer, there's people in this room that if I told you how much they make, you wouldn't believe it. But they can show it to you, okay? But we don't brag, we don't flash all the funny, we don't do all that stuff. This is a different company, ladies and gentlemen. So, I want you to get back to the person who introduced it to you and tell them, hey, you know what? I want to be part of this. I'm excited. Let's do it. Show me how to do this, and let's go out there and let's change people's lives. Okay, so guys, I'm done. I hope you had a good time. We'll see you in a little bit, okay? Gary, come on up.
Give it up for Omar one time.